Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Relationships, they are the most precious and important thing we have in life. An uncorrected or improperly corrected hearing loss negatively affects each and every one of those relationships. Did you know that you have hearing insurance benefits available to you? At Ashbrook Audiology, we are the region's go-to providers for benefits from affordable hearing care, true hearing, and many more. Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter, Martinsville and Danville.
Alright, let's get you now to the forecast here because it's getting ready for the weekend and it's going to be looking a little wet. It looks like we have some rain coming in our way right now. Lots of mix of sun and clouds in the play for us. Again, a slight chance, maybe a sprinkler here or that, but things should remain kind of warm and just below normal. Hey, you know, we're not complaining right here because, boy, here we go. It's August, right? It's not October, so if you're doing any confusion whether the calendar has flipped a month or two ahead of us, we are not even near where we need to be for this time of year. But hey, we will take it because I personally think we deserve a break from the hot heat. That's just my opinion, but other than that, you know, we have some 80s coming back in the future. We'll talk more about that in a little while in just a second. But again, temperatures for area-wide lows, 60s and upper 50s, so a pretty nice and cool evening. We will begin to see increasing clouds overnight tonight as we'll have a front that's going to come through, stall out a little bit, giving us some rain. So again, we need a bit of a drying spell, but we've been pretty so far on our rainfall amount so far this year. So if you're doing anything out and about, do know that we may see some scattered showers, light scattered showers for us out late in the evening hours. Moving on ahead now to your Friday. So once again, it looks like we're most likely going to see scattered rain showers kind of throughout the day for us on our Friday. So we may wake up to some clouds in the morning, and then we may see some showers later in the afternoon. We may see rumble of thunder too, just out there. Just keep that in mind as our high near 75, the mid 70s for our friends in the city of Martinsville and Henry County, Bassett, Fieldale, Stanleytown, and Ridgeway, Axton communities. As you see, here are some of our daytime area-wide temperatures for us, as our highs are in the 70s and low 80s. So a pretty, that 82 down there. Or let me kind of block that out for you. Once again, an error on my part. So if you're if you've watched me already twice this week, so I love my computer technology. You go back and fix it, and one thing after another, it wants to go bazonkers on you. So this should not be 82. That should be right around 76 on your Ridgeway community there, high 67, 74 there, again 76. So my computer wanted to do its own thing, and I love technology because it has a mind of its own, whether or not you don't like it or not. So that is the perk of that. So other than that, temperatures are going to be in the 70s across much of our Friday. Showers likely. It's going to remain cool at times, so we kind of sometimes may want that 82. But other than that, I can't fix a computer glitch, as sometimes you never know what you're going to expect when you're watching us on the air. So technology loves to do its own little thing, as all of us have smart devices. We're well aware of that as well. Something else I want to quickly make a note about is our pollen levels. Yes, while we have rain in the forecast this weekend coming up, they will be high, and where it looks like a lot of our grasses and ragweed are going to be out there. So this is the time of year we have our fall allergies coming back. We have that bit of a summer breather, and then the pollen levels make a return for the fall because we have all that pollen we saw during the summer. Now that it's coming back, and it's going to be, everything's going to be dying off. You know, all the trees will be losing their leaves pretty soon. We'll have the bare trees, and a lot of our flowers and stuff will start to come to an end for their blooming time of the year. So just keep that in mind. Keep your allergy meds on standby. All of these are medium ranges 5, 6, and 7. How about that? Numerically ordered. And by the way, that was not intentionally planned either. Something else we're going to quickly talk about. We've been talking about these maps. Again, you can do your own research here. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, NOAA for short. We talk about the precipitation and temperature outlook. We talked about the temperature outlook a few days ago. Now we have the precipitation outlook here here for us. Our friends to the upstate there towards Montana, Idaho, the Dakotas, also Minnesota and Iowa, beginning to see some dry conditions there. And everywhere else across the map, the green is where you kind of see here just at near normal. The darker the green color, it does appear that the likelihood, the darker the brown color, you don't want to see a lot of brown on a map because that means that we've got significant drought persisting for everybody. So everybody here, all the way far back as even the Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah, swinging all the way through the Interstate 66, Route 66, and Interstate 66, by the way, if you're curious, runs through Northern Virginia, if you didn't know that. So other than that, everywhere else across the U.S. is beginning to see just near normal or just at or above normal precipitation levels. So that's some good news for our parts. Maybe you're planning on hitting the rivers. Do know when you do hit the rivers out and about, that will begin to take advantage of that. I am so sorry here. That's the graphic I'm looking for. So, you're getting the Friday feeling. That's what I'm getting right now. I'm ready to go home for the weekend. That's what it is, right? So on my computers here, they have just been having a mind of their own. So do bear with me and see what happens, of course, when we do all sorts of stuff by ourselves here, and you do everything with the help of Luis and Shania and all of our wonderful staff here at Chat Hall here. We have a tendency of just like, hey, we think we can do everything, and the next thing you know, you do something by yourself. It never goes as planned. If you've done construction work particularly, you lose a hammer, there's no one around you, let's say you're on top of a roof, you got to climb down that ladder or someone else is doing that for you, yeah, you have to stop, because if you're putting out of shingles on a roof and you run out of nails, then you can't find your hammer, you never know what you're going to need. So I don't know where that alliteration came from, but anyway, if you're a construction worker, contractor, thank you for all of what you've been doing this summer, suffering. A lot of you all of them, everybody's been suffering with the heat out there. Now it's been cooling off now, so maybe you have some outdoor activities you have planned for you. Do know, again, Saturday, I know I'm the bearer of bad news, right? So maybe you want to flip the channel. You're not going to hurt my feelings, but don't do that, though, because I got to tell you about some tropical information here. Smith River Fest, here, let's get this out the way real clear. We will have a chance of showers early in the day. There will be breaks in the rain. So if you're heading out there from 10 to 4, do know the first half of the morning may be a little dreary, a little rainy out there for the Axton community. We'll have the extended coverage on our Facebook page at BTW21, so head over there so you can stay up to date with this. And again, our friends from Zitmeyer Chiropractic, makes all of our forecasting possible. Also, Ashbrook Audiology. So if you need to get a check of your hearing, or maybe if you need your back checked out, Dr. Zitmeyer will get you in check for sure to check that out for you. But anyway, as you're making plans for Saturday, just do know we may see a break in the rain later in the day, and then it does appear we may see some more rain and maybe some thunderstorms moving through our area. Sunday going into Monday, a lot of our kids and college students will begin school. If not, you will be doing that here pretty soon. Maybe you're one of the lucky ones. If you're visiting in town and your school don't start until after Labor Day, well, you still got another 2 weeks for your summer vacation. But for the rest of us, back at school and work for Monday or Sunday here. No school, obviously, on Sunday. But again, scattered showers and storms Monday. Get ready to see some more isolated to scattered storms in the afternoon. Both days are 60% chance on our Saturday. Yes, that's correct. 60 on Sunday, 50 on Monday. So do know, again, it's the Friday evening here or weekend getting started. So that's what's going on with me. I'm ready to have a little bit of an enjoyment time. It's been a bit of an interesting week. I've had some other personal stuff going on. I've been able to maneuver those things around. I have a sticky note here. You're thinking, what's he got to talk about now? Before we get to our hurricanes, I do want to quickly note that we're 98 days away from Thanksgiving. If you're keeping count, I know that's a bigger holiday, and then we've got about, if you do the math from that, so it's probably about 79 or 78 days till Halloween. Maybe I did my math. I don't have to double check on that one over the weekend. And then we're 37 days until the autumn equinox on that note. So other than that, if you're trying to get ready for Thanksgiving in a couple of months, I know that's kind of hard to believe, and Christmas will be here way before we even know it. So that is quite interesting to see how quickly the seasons and the year zips on by. Quickly, speaking of zipping on by, it's been more like a slow turnaround here because there's really not much to discuss with our tropics. This is highlighted in red because this would be our next name tropical storm / system, if it does form in the Gulf of Mexico right now, I'll be keeping you updated on my Facebook page. You can follow me there at the lower third at Staples Weather. You can follow me on Facebook for all that information. I'll have sharing posts. I'll talk about the hurricane update on things from our friends for the National Hurricane Center. They do a great job updating that. The ones in yellow here, Alex, Bonnie, Colin, those storms have already formed back in June already, so or earlier on in the season it is. Now we're in the midst of peak season. Between now and going through mid-October is when things start to fire up in the Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico even. So I know a lot of you may want to have some cruises and stuff scheduled right now. Just begin to be a little cautious where you head out to, whether if you're heading to Bermuda or the Turks and Caicos Islands down there, or Haiti, Cuba, the Dominican Republic. Always take advantage of that. I've never been down there, so maybe if you're heading down there, do know on that as well. So other than that, if you're doing anything out and about over the next couple of days, do know that we will have keep a close eye on the tropics. Also, we're going to showcase you some photos on our Facebook page. I know I have set that on my to-do list, and unfortunately that has got pushed down again. So Kayla Lacey, I want to give a big shout out to you. She sent some pictures of the full moon, the Sturgeon's full moon, earlier this week to me, and I forgot to put them in our weather forecast. Also, the picture of Saturn. So I'm going to go and put those on Facebook now, because I think I'm now long overdue of posting those here on air. Again, Kayla Lacey, I want to give a big thanks to you for sending me some photos. So be sure to check those out. I've already got those posted this morning. If you want to go and check those out on our Facebook page at Staples Weather, the great information provided for you on that note as well. Alrighty, as you can probably tell, I'm a little tired. But you know what, though? The weekend's coming pretty soon, and I'm going to take some well-deserved rest, and we're going to make sure that you do the same thing as well. Head out to the Smith River Fest, say hello to Luis, and I think Shania, one of them's going to be out there with Luis, so head out there and talk to them. They'll be happy to talk with you. We always like to talk to our viewers because you make us possible. We thank you for watching us, and of course, all of our sponsors, Zittmeyer Chiropractic and Ashbrook Audiology, two of many sponsors that help this newscast possible when we're on the air as well. So other than that, take care of yourself. We will talk again next week. Until then, we'll talk more about the rain and let you know how the rest of August will begin to shaping up as we say farewell to the month next week.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zittmeyer Chiropractic.
Hey, my name is Joyce Renee Watkins, and the reason why I chose chiropractic was because I was having some issues and with myself, and chiropractic really, really works. New clients to come in, we are running a special right now where you can actually come into the office and have an exam and 7 different types of x-rays for $49. And then we will get you back in the next day and we will actually treat you, and we can let you then what your insurance covers. Now you're getting 7 x-rays and an exam. And the x-ray machine here is top of the line, and Dr. Zittmeyer is really good. He can really read some x-rays. So I encourage everyone to come. We're located in Collinsville. Our address is 3652 Virginia Avenue, Collinsville, Virginia. We're across from Fenders and beside Walgreens.